swear to God, y'all gonna have me going dry throat as a bitch in these last couple of episodes. Luckily, this is my last recording of the day to do these, so let's get it poppin'.
Congratulations, stupid motherfucker, you just won a brand new ass whooping.
Nah, don't cut none of this. Keep it all in there. No punch.
Hell nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squad.
Woo.
I don't punch in. I just walk in the booth and a poof, man, it turned to a dungeon. I just jump in, no stretching, start flexing.
Alright, guys, it's Lions Rant's farewell tour. I'm V. You know the whole drill. Welcome to the whole show. We about to try and end this whole day of recording this stuff because this is my third recording for this bitch, and my God, my throat is tired. Let's just get on with it.
Hold the dial turn.
Life as a fatalist. Like y'all saw in the thumbnail, this is me talking to y'all about what it's like to be someone that is expecting and welcoming what it means to not be alive anymore. Life as a fatalist or finalist, whatever you want to classify it as. I say fatalist because it's fancier in my opinion. But here's the whole skinny. Having a life where sometimes you just take a look in the mirror, you then want to feel like you're wanted, like you're loved and cared for, but then also having the life where certain people then just look at you and use you, abuse you, want to act like they're there for you, but then twist it all up to then be like, you're the problem, you're the blight, you're not listening because you're not doing it our way, you'd be better off doing this than a third thing instead of just wasting your time doing that. We should have you in this business, that business, to where it's almost controlling, consuming. And then that also goes into people just being like, you shouldn't be with these people because of that reason. We need to keep you on lockdown because of that reason. You're not allowed to do all this stuff because you'd be a blight on society for blah, blah, blah. When all of that stuff is beating down on you and then you start becoming a little bit more of a self-harmer, you then start reaching that elevated point without any sort of real brevity that maybe dying is gonna probably be the better option. And that in turn is the birth process for being a fatalist. When you then look at it, you then start to laugh at the moments where people are just like, I will end up killing you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then all you want to do is laugh, because it's like you're finally being released from those shackles. You're finally being released from the pain and the agony. Instead of just trying to do it with your own hands, you're then welcoming it when others are offering it to you. That weird adrenaline rush about you going through the paces and then understanding that this is the end and you're finally going to be free. And if it does happen, it's like the greatest experience that your body can feel, even if your soul is quaking. While if it doesn't happen, your soul is elated, but your body is then just trembling with sadness and despair. It becomes an all-consuming factor that then ends up being a sort of weird symbiotic relationship when it comes to how death itself becomes a comfort. How you talking to death, the embodiment, the entity, the spirit, becomes your greatest friend and probably your only loving companion. And it then just clouds your mind about how life should work, how life should be happening, and how you should be progressing, where all you want to do is plan out how to get this person to despise you and then probably put a bullet in you. How to do this thing to this person and have you hanging from a tree. To then do this thing and the other thing to have you get electrocuted. To then walk into these scenarios and get crushed. To then take these certain elements. You get the point now. That's the blueprint of it all about being the life of a fatalist at its basic core. There are numerous different video essays that go into it a lot better and a lot grander, but this is also a rant show. This is not me doing it 100% seriously because, as you can probably tell, I'm probably taking the piss out of my own self because this is also something that I am still struggling to get out of, with me now reaching the point in my life as a father, as a eternal partner, as a businessman of two different businesses, this and WCS, of being involved in many people's lives and many different obligations, and seeing that there is life that's worth living. I'm still making fun of myself because it's better than trying to say I'm ashamed of myself, that I didn't learn anything from these experiences, and that I couldn't share more of the story, because it's better to make light of it than to try and dredge it up more and more, and then make it seem like it's an instruction guide to many people about how to then enter those states. And this is also the point where I'm going to twist it around and do stuff about how I got out of it, because as you can probably tell from the tone, I'm not really a fatalist anymore. I have been for roughly, I would say, 25 years of my life. I'm almost 30, guys. It's been a long journey about me being a fatalist. But I would like to say it was after the first year of me, Shan, Laurel, Riku, and Uni were doing WCS stuff, and I was hanging up some other stuff with Nomadic Productions, the main team. I love you guys. And I'm just sitting down for a split second, and I'm talking to my eldest, probably for like the last time, because her and I haven't really talked, not on bad terms, just she does her own stuff and has no time to really chat. I'm doing my own stuff and I don't get on Facebook. So she's out there and she knows I love her, just like I know she loves me. But we were chatting and talking, and we were just kind of going back and forth about how life events have been turning out and how well she's been turning out, to where when we got down to the whole nitty-gritty about stuff where she was thankful for meeting me and blah, 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 we've had these talks before, it finally sank into myself that life does have a big enough meaning. Life does have its own best rewards, because you're not doing this all by yourself anymore. You're not living in the small shadows about what makes you you. You're living at a better pace because you're making it a better reality for yourself. You're doing a lot grander for yourself, to do more with your life than ever was imagined, and that's just a small step forward. To then see the fruits of your own labor being born before you, finding your own family, understanding that you aren't alone anymore, that you don't have to do everything by yourself, that this isn't just something of a small journey that has to end because of the downtrodden moments, that you can find the light that's peeking out of every single hallway, all the tunnel bases, to then finally find your own path forward in your own words and your own rights. Because I'm not going to sit down and say this is the cure-all for everything, to cure depression, everything. This is a cure for my own fatalism. Not your depression, not my depression, not your best friend's depression, not anything. This was just my own ticket out of being a fatalist, to see that there is a life worth living. Does this mean the tendencies are gone? No. That part of myself is still always going to exist, and I have to make peace with that, because that's been me most of my life. It's been me for a long period of time. That side of me will still exist and probably will creep in at its worst moments, like everything about a worst moment. But it's all about the beauty about doing stuff to go and circumnavigate the negatives, to then make more of a positive, to see that it's not something that it's gonna be me trying to say, it was great being a fatalist and I owe it all to da-da-da-da. It's me saying that I did live this life. This stuff did happen to me. But I'm not going to sit here and act as if I'm a victim that had no way out. And I had to find my own strength out of it on my own terms. Because this is something I have to do for myself. Not for you or for you, for them. It was for me, and I'm gonna be that kind of selfish individual and state that, because this is a life journey I'm choosing for myself, and it's still working itself towards the conclusion to where I can proudly state that it's over and done with. Will I reach that point eventually? Am I gonna probably make a more serious video about this later down the line? Absolutely. But does this also mean that I'm gonna probably act as if I'm holier than thou because I've been seeking help, I've been getting better, blah blah blah? Nah, fam. Nah. My own journey is my own journey, just like yours is your own. And I am rooting for you across any sort of bounds Not because I'm owing it to you, but because I genuinely believe that we all deserve a chance to live. We all deserve a chance to do better, to be better. Because at the end of the day, that's life, man. It just is what it is.
Are you dumb? I'm the smoothest nigga here. You worried about a tier list? I'll leave your list in tears. I bring them fear. It'll click from the psycho soldier. So many holes in you, it triggers my trypophobia. Lines go over you, dumb. You won't leave with your lungs intact. Don't get them the first time, I'll skirt and run it back.